From the Betty Wilson Soccer Complex, this is the Girls Under 13 Championship from the Adidas bracket. Hello again, everybody. I'm Greg G.K. Porter for LandsmanProductions.com. So shift colors for all you sailors out there, past and present. We are underway. And this match features the Sunnyvale Top Gun 97, and they are going from left to right on your screen, and from right to left is the visitors from British Columbia, Surrey Guildford United. And let's quickly get the lineup for Sunnyvale Top Gun 97. Dealing right now will be their keeper is Carrie Wendelkin, and she is between the two posts. Number 2 is Hannah Wendelkin. Number 3 is Issa Balliot. Number 4 is Jessica Terrett. Number 5 is Olivia Biggs. Number 6 is Yoshi Cohn. Number 7 is Elena Terrett. Number 11 is Angelina McFarland. Number 14 is Addie Feldman. 17 is Peyton Van Est. Save there by Carrie Wendelkin. Number 24 is Amini Sastry. 25 is Rachel Ng. 98, of course, is Carrie. 99 is Tess Wendelkin. And 51 is Alyssa Patterson. The head coach is John Terrett, and the assistant coach is Fred Balliot. And that ball goes off the side of the net on a strike that time. And now let's get the lineup for Surrey Guildford United. That, of course, is going to result in a corner kick for Sunnyvale Top Gun. The keeper is Brittany Rusi. Number 2 at center mid is Lindsay Pegios. Number 4 at right defender is Elizabeth Hicks. We'll stop right here, this set piece. And that one is going to be in the 18-yard box. Sunnyvale Top Gun trying to get a hold of it. And they finally, well, they have it now. That is, I should say, Surrey Guildford United have it and pushing it up the field. The rest of their lineup is Brooke Dirksen, number 6. She's a striker. Number 11, a defender, there's one off the side of the net, and it goes past the goal line, is Alyssa Smith. Number 12 is the striker, Kylie Walker. Number 13 is Simila Hall at midfield. Right mid is Brianna Bell, number 20. Number 28 is Catherine St. Arnaud at left defense. And the striker is Emily Person, 29. Number 30 is Lizianne Musico. Number 33 is Jordan Stickley. 36 is Christian Christine Trosseth. Number 37, defender Monica Christian. 40 at central back is Christian Sakaki. And 41 is Emma Peckinpah at central back. And now that ball into central now for Sunnyvale Top Gun 97. That ball going across midfield and struck by SGU, Surrey Guildford United. Trying to run onto it is Kylie Walker, and she does, and sends a ball right at the keeper, Carrie Wendelkin, and Carrie is able to make the save without a problem. 30-minute halves in his girls under 13 championship match. Here, of course, at the Betty Wilson Soccer Complex.
Jordan, be sure.
Pushing that ball forward there was Stickley. Stickley on it again. Jordan Stickley pursuing it, doesn't get to it, and Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 pushing that ball across midfield as they try to process an attack here toward the attacking third. Got two players all along the left flank chasing it down, and SGU coming up with it. Surrey Guildford United, Elizabeth Hicks, and a shot and a save, and that one just misses, going in the back of the net as Brittany Rusi was trying to get to it, and she wasn't. She made a great attempt at trying to get to it, but that ball was a little bit awry of the far post.
Hold up. Go, get it up.
And Rusi now has it and pushing that ball all the way to midfield. And it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in, as a throw-in now for Brianna Bell. Brianna Bell on the near side. As you see which direction the flags are blowing here at these beautiful fields here at the Betty Wilson Soccer Complex. This is the main hub right here. This is where all the championship trophies are given out. And both of these two teams vying for the hardware at midfield. And a whistle, and that's going to go against Surrey Guildford United.
Don't fall back too much.
So Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 is going to have a free kick.
Marker, keep going, support.
The ball pushed down toward the attacking third. There's a touch by Patterson. And Surrey Guildford United pushing that ball up to central. But it was stopped right there. And out of their defensive third again. Surrey Guildford United pushing it across midfield. Hannah Wendelkin. Stickley. And retreating back is Jessica Terrett. And it's going to be a throw-in. Throwing it in is going to be Elizabeth Hicks. Hicks will throw it in. Or was that a foul on the play? No, she is throwing it in. And that ball is pushed out of the 18, but SGU still with an opportunity here. Make something happen with Brianna Bell on the near side. Her teammate pushing it back, but Bell didn't get back to it. And it goes all the way up the field, and it goes out of play on the near side touchline. It'll be a throw-in now. Throwing it in that time, I believe, was Isa Balliot. Cross midfield. Staying after it down to central, and that is Emily Person. And it goes past the goal line as Person pushing it past the goal line, and it is going to be a goal kick. The keeper. And now here's a run. Balliot Balliot chasing it down again, and she can't quite get to it that time as Emma Peckinpah getting to it first and pushing it out of play past the goal line. Nice job done that time by Emma Peckinpah. 0-0 your score in this match. The championship won for 2010, the Las Vegas Mayor's Cup International. And now Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 going to go ahead and process a CK here. About 9 minutes gone so far, and that ball over the top of the net. So we're in the 10th minute now of the match. And retrieving that soccer ball is Rusi. And a goal kick along the right flank. Sunnyvale Top Gun trying to stop it from going any further, but they're having a hard time there in its central. And now here's a deflection as Sunnyvale Top Gun pushing it all the way down the left flank. And they have a player there out of that left flank area into the central. And it's intercepted and pushed upfield. In his space. Nicely done, Jordan Stickley. And a strike toward the defensive third. Over into the corner. And running onto it is Walker. Walker trying to get to it. And it's taken away. Pushing it back up the field. Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 and coming off of her line. Beautifully done. That time was, again, Rusi. And here's Balliot. Balliot tried to do something with it, but Sakaki was there in the space. And a strike. And again, running onto it now is Walker, but nicely done by the Top Gun 97, drawing it back. And now they have a player into space. And nearly a foul that time, but no call. Emily Person. Couple players on a 50-50 ball trying to get to the soccer ball. And nicely done, a chest trap there, dropping that ball back to Cone. Cone sending it down to central, trying to get a runner to strike it, and it could not. But a nice support as trying to get to Balliot, and Issa didn't get to that soccer ball as it was taken away from her. On the near side, running onto it, you see there is Monica Christian. Christian sending it across midfield. And down the central now, here is Emily Person. Person still on a soccer ball. Person having a lot of trouble there and getting back to get to the soccer ball that time. Was the central defense. But
Monica, release! Jordan, no!
And now again, Surrey, Guildford United pushing it across the 18-yard box and past the goal line, and there's going to be a goal kick. So now coming into the match is Catherine St. Arnaud, 28, and also into the match is Christian Trosseth. Goal kick now upcoming from the visitors from Northern California. Sunnyvale Top Gun 97. And a strike by the keeper, Wendelkin. And intercepted, and now into the 18-yard box. Two players retreating back to get to it, and now was Alyssa Patterson and also Rachel Ing. Going to be a throw-in now for Sunnyvale. And intercepted there into space by Stickley. They pass it back up on top, and now here's a service toward the central and trying to get into the 18-yard box, but it's won by Sunnyvale now. And they're going to push it back and get their counterattack going as they're on the soccer ball on the left flank. If some of the players do not get mentioned for Sunnyvale Top Gun 97, it is because of the fact that the black numbers on the stripes is kind of hard to see. So not favoring one club or another, just trying to do the best we can in this match. The championship won in a Betty Wilson Soccer Complex. And running onto the soccer ball was Pegios. Pegios dropping it out to the wide, and that ball goes out of play. Chasing it down was Musico. Lisiane Musico trying to get to that soccer ball, ran out of real estate. Throw in from the deep back for Sunnyvale. And a strike toward midfield. That ball up in the air. In a defensive half of Sunnyvale Top Gun. And now that ball over to the near side. Brianna Bell strikes that ball up forward down the left flank. And she's got a teammate, St. Arnaud, on the run. And let's see what we have. It's going to be a free kick. So it's a free kick now, and it's Emma Peckinpah with a free kick. So Peckinpah, the visitors from British Columbia in Canada, if you didn't know that already. This one is a strike into the 18-yard box or across the 18-yard box, and it's going to go out of play, and their opportunity goes awry. The Surrey Guildford United. Fresh players coming in for SGU. And one of them is Brooke Dirksen is in the match. And any players that we do miss on a substitution, we will mention them as they touch that soccer ball. In this 0-0 match. That ball going up forward, and a quick touch that time by Patterson. And Patterson striking it out of play, and Patterson again in the space. And a foul on the play, and that might go against Patterson. And it is. It's going to be a free kick now for SGU. Emma Peckinpah is going to take the free kick. Peckinpah, service into the box, intercepted quickly and routed upfield. But keeping it in their defensive half is Elizabeth Hicks. Hicks strikes it along the right flank. Got a player over there, but she couldn't hold it in. So Sunnyvale will throw it in along their left flank, and here's a strike down the left flank, looking for Balliot. Balliot now has it. Issa Balliot has got her teammate in the 18-yard box, and she's routed off the soccer ball. However, they have numbers and a strike, and that one's going to go past the goal line. No problem for Rusi and Brittany. We'll get that ball started with her teammates. And it's 0-0 match, the first half. More than halfway through. And that ball pushed up out of their own defensive third. SGU now, and that ball goes over to the near side, and that is Dirksen Dirksen on the soccer ball. Dirksen's pass up forward. And he goes over to Simi Lahal. Got support as they get their passing game. Back to Lahal. Lahal in the central for Stickley. And that pass was intercepted. And Patterson got her teammate to strike it across midfield. And chasing it down over there was Addie Feldman for Sunnyvale. Into space. Sunnyvale top gun as Feldman trying to chase it down. Goes out of play, and it's 0-0 match. The championship one for the girls under 13. And Mayor's Cup International in Las Vegas. Summerlin section, and Lahal sending that ball for an early ball, trying to get a teammate to run onto it. Actually, that wasn't Lahal that struck it. Lahal was chasing it down, trying to get to it, and just could not get to it. Had too much pace on it, and the keeper got to it first, and now across midfield. Patterson trying to get to it for Sunnyvale, could not. Patterson again has it now, drops it back. Try to get the return pass, but it was too far. Now coming in space is Balliot, and that ball is driven now. Up forward to the attacking third. Sunnyvale top gun now. Trying to continue on with their attack. It goes by Patterson. And now coming up there to press a little more attack there is Rachel Ing. Get a ball in the central, taken away on the far side. Now with SGU trying to go down the right flank. Here's a touch by Walker. Walker pushing it forward, but her teammate couldn't get to it. And it's now going to be a throw-in. Into space. And a foul on the play. It's going to be a free kick. Or actually, let's change that. It's going to be another throw-in for Sunnyvale Top Gun. And it goes right by Balliot. Balliot chasing it down again. Issa trying to get to the soccer ball, but she can't as they keep it away from her. Brianna Bell getting it to her teammate who pushes it up forward. And now on a run on the near side is Dirksen. Brooke Dirksen being marked heavily. Brooke under a lot of duress. Goes to the central now, and then that ball is pushed more wide, further wide, off the touch by Walker to go out wide all the way for Bell to chase it down, and the ball had too much pace on it that time. It'll be a throw-in for Sunnyvale Top Gun. Out of their own defensive third now, but won by the white and black of SGU. Surrey Guildford United. However, they can't continue on with their possession. They gave it away, but then they get it back, and a touch there by Hicks. Cross midfield. Walker is run into, but they able to get the ball up forward. And in the attacking third, into the box. But Sunnyvale stiffening up at the top of the box, not allowing SGU to go any further. And there was a foul on the play by the forwards up front. And it's now going to be a free kick, but also you have a player down, and that is Olivia Biggs. Olivia, whose mother is a team manager, Sally Biggs, and she is gingerly trying to step off the pitch, and she is replaced in a match. And we'll mention that young lady as she touches that soccer ball. Up forward, Kylie Walker intercepts. Now onto the foot of Jordan Stickley, out wide, and a service into the box, and Simi Lahal's not going to be able to get to it. On the near side is Trosseth. Trosseth intercepts the ball. Trosseth near the 6-yard box. She's got a teammate who tries to get to it and to save in the last second that time by Carrie Wendelkin. Now Carrie reaching off to her left and able to save that soccer ball as they had a pretty good play with Trosseth starting it. And let's see, should be is going to be a foul. Foul on Patterson, I should say. Alyssa. And so now it's going to be Emma Peckinpah with a free kick. Surrey Guildford United out of British Columbia trying here to try to put the first goal in the back of the net. Emma Peckinpah, a good strike and a save that time by Carrie Wendelkin. Beautiful save as she went down low and protected that ball from getting behind her. Nicely done. Goes off to the left, and it was lastly touched past the goal line by the white and black of SGU. Ball pushed upfield by Wendelkin, and she's got a strike by Issa. Balliot pushing it up forward, but nobody's there, and on the near side, they win it. Surrey Guildford United, and they have it in their own half, pushing it across midfield now. But again, Patterson pushes it right back to their own defensive half with Peckinpah in the central. She goes out wide to Hicks. Hicks pushes it up forward now to St. Arnaud. Catherine, who scored the only goal in the previous match that we filmed for Surrey Guildford United. And this ball will be thrown in on the far side touchline. SGU with the throw in. Trosseth, her pass intercepted. And again, from the far side touchline, it will be another throw in. And this beautiful green grass over here in the Summerlin section of Vegas. Throwing it in from the far side touchline. Sunnyvale, visitors of Northern California. And they send it to the defensive half of the visitors from Canada. And getting over to the space was Christian Sakaki. And that ball was a foul on a play. And so now it's going to be a free kick for Sunnyvale Top Gun. Struck into the box, straight at the keeper. Rusey and Brittany, no problem with it. And Brittany will drive it toward the near side. Trying to get somebody to run onto it, and she does with Brooke Dirksen. Dirksen pushing it forward to Lee Hall, but getting back is Sunnyvale Top Gun. The line allow that ball to go any further. Bell in the space, but here's Balliot pushing further. And Balliot under a lot of duress there as Sakaki winning it and pushing it across midfield. But again, Sunnyvale Top Gun showing their strength in the midfield area, and they push it right back to the defensive half of Surrey Guildford United. To throw in now. And a strike out of the central defense. All the way up, looking for Trosseth. Trosseth has it. Trosseth now. Christine going out wide. And chasing it down there momentarily was Walker. She never got to it. And back down to central. They're looking for Balliot. And Balliot couldn't get to it. Balliot was chasing it down, and she never got to the soccer ball. And that ball is routed out of danger, out of the 18-yard box. Nicely done, getting back into their 18. SGU. So it'll be a throw-in, though. Alyssa Patterson. Patterson getting it in, looking for Balliot, but she was dispossessed. But now here's the strike there by Ing toward the 18, and a save going down on two knees is Rusey. Struck well, but not well enough. And Patterson trying to go to Issa, but was behind her that time. Bringing it out of her deep third was Brooke Dirksen. Cross midfield. Here's Ing. Ing pushing it forward, looking for Balliot, but she didn't get it. Across midfield. And it goes out of play. Chasing it down was Brooke Dirksen again. Rachel Ling out of that outside defender spot, pushing it across midfield. Balliot chasing it down along the right flank. Part of her body stopped the soccer ball, but getting it back is the deep defender, pushing it up to midfield. In the central. Ball going over to Stickley. Stickley now pushing it across midfield to Brooke Dirksen. Dirksen changes her direction in the 18, and here's a strike, and it just missed that time. I believe that was Trosseth, and Trosseth Christine couldn't put it in the back of the net. Another opportunity, and it is foiled by the visitors from NC, Northern California, Sunnyvale, Top Gun. And they push it upfield. Onto the foot of Walker. Walker still on it. And it is going to be a foul. Emma Peckinpah, who's been taking the free kicks, is going to take it again. Going to try to get into the 18. Peckinpah's strike is a good one, but coming way off her line. Nicely done that time was Carrie Wendelkin. And Carrie says, I'm not going to wait for that ball to have another bend to it towards me. I'm going to come to the soccer ball and knock it out of play. Peckinpah with the CK. Set piece try here. Surrey Guildford United, a good strike, but it is behind the net. Not quite accurate. It's a good, strong strike, but not quite accurate that they would have liked to have that time from Peckinpah. Her teammates, if she could have just swung that ball a little bit on the outswing, they would have had a big play, and there's your double whistle. That's the end of the first half of action here at the Las Vegas Mayor's Cup International for 2010. Hope you've enjoyed all the action between Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 and Surrey Guildford United. It is 0-0 at halftime. We'll be right back with the second half in just a moment. Action set to get underway here in this girls under 13 championship match out of the Adidas bracket of the Las Vegas Mayor's Cup International 2010. And going from left to right is Surrey Guildford United, and going from right to left is the visitors from Northern California, and that of course is Sunnyvale Top Gun 97.
Remember what I said, you pivot, and you angle. Remember that one I said? You pivot and you angle.
Some players that you may not have heard their names, tough to see in the first half. You'll be able to hear their names here in the second half. And there's a strike that time by McFarland. And Balliot trying to get to it. Balliet has it and then dispossessed very quickly. As going after it now is McFarland. Angelina McFarland, and here's a strike, and that one is caromed into the 18-yard box, and it goes on to the central that time, and a new keeper now for head coach Spiro Pegios' team, and he has Alyssa Smith now as a keeper. Again, Mike Stickley is helping him out on the coaching duties. John Terrett and Fred Balliet is the coaching contingent for Sunnyvale Top Gun 97, if I didn't mention that at the outset. Yossi Cone, and sending one right at the keeper, Alyssa Smith, and Smith making the save. Smith driving the ball up the central now. And, of course, the win scenario is different for both teams. And obviously here in the second half, the visitors from Northern California are going to try to utilize that win. To the outside now, as on it is Brianna Bell. Bell trying to go forward, but cannot dispossess that time. However, they're able to get it back with Kylie Walker. And now here's a long ball. Retreating back is Emma Peckinpah, and it goes harmlessly over to Alyssa Smith. And now down the central, but Tess Wendelkin a strike. And here's now Balliet. And Balliet sending it right at Alyssa Smith again. Alyssa Smith down the central, but an intercept. And again, Smith has to make the save. Ranging over to her left. Way off her line. For Surrey Guildford United. And a strike down the field. Nearly at midfield where Brooke Dirksen, and a throw in for SGU. Throw it in as you can hear the wind and feel the wind. That ball going out of play. Greg G.K. Porter for LangevidProductions.com. Happy to be with you up here in the Summerlin section. The championship match of the girls under 13, all knotted up at 0-0 after the first half. Neither team got one in the back of the net, but equality chances were for Surrey Guildford United, the visitors from British Columbia. They just couldn't get one in the back of the net. Up to midfield, SGU trying to process their attack. On the near side, having a hard time with it as Yossi Cone intercepts and sends it all the way down to Alyssa Smith. Alyssa Smith ranging off to her left and making the save. Yossi Cone sending it straight up the central. Balliet was trying to get to it, Issa, but could not as they keep it away from her and push it upfield over to Walker. And now on the wide side, back to Walker on the return pass. And Walker drives it all the way down to the keeper, and Carrie Wendelkin is able to make the save. Carrie, no problem. And driving it up the central, but intercepted. I believe that was Bell. No, take that back. It was Jordan Stickley intercepting that soccer ball. Going out to the wide now to Dirksen. On it now is Pegios. And there's going to be a call here. There is a call, I should say, and it's going to be a throw-in. Rachel Ng will throw it in. Ng along the far side touchline looking for a teammate, Issa. And it was knocked out of play before Issa could get to it. Balliet. And Ng will throw it in, gaining some real estate along the far side, the right flank. And one there in the space by Stickley. pushing it up forward to Pegios. And now it is driven across midfield. Ing retreating back. He goes past the goal line, and Rachel will throw it in. Boy, she's been doing that a lot lately. Last few seconds. In the central. And a strike that time by Feldman for Sunnyvale. Chasing it down is Wendelkin. Tess, that is. And Feldman across midfield. And it goes over to the near side, or in the central, past the center circle. And running into it is Yoshi Cone. Cone getting it up forward to Biggs. Biggs pushing a early ball, and she had Balliot trying to get to that soccer ball, but it had too much pace on it. Alyssa Smith gets to it first, the keeper. Driving it up to central. Here's Cone. Cone's pass intercepted. Yoshi Cone. And now got support in the back across midfield. Ball's got a lot of English on it. And it is struck now by SGU. On the near side with it is Person. And in the space there is Cone. But back to Person as he intercepted. Person has that height, protecting the soccer ball away from Tess Wendelkin. And a foul in the space. And it's going to go against Sunnyvale Top Gun. And a free kick sent all the way down off of a bounce, and Wendelkin is able to make the save. She had her teammate kind of shielding the player from Surrey Guildford United. And now they have to retreat back in their own defensive half. And that being Kirsten Sakaki getting it back to her teammate, or back to her keeper, and now there's a foul on the play. And a Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 player down. We did not see who she was. And she was hit hard on that play. And that was Wendelkin. That was Hannah that was knocked down, and she's coming out of the match. And we hope that she'll have a chance to come back in. Replaced by Peyton Van Est. Van Est now into the contest. It's going to be a free kick. Sunnyvale Top Gun 97, the center ref, pushing the wall back a little bit, making sure they're in the proper area there, and that is Van Est off of a bounce, and Smith who's able to make the save. Alyssa Smith pushing it up forward. Off of a bounce, retreating back. Sunnyvale Top Gun 97, their defender or sweeper in the central defense. She got all the way back to the keeper. On the near side is McFarland. Angelina McFarland. McFarland now staying after the soccer ball. McFarland strikes it, and it goes over to a teammate there, Biggs, and Biggs' pass was intercepted. And ranging over to get it is Wendelkin. That's Tess Wendelkin. And it goes past the line, the goal line. It'll be a goal kick. Coming in now on a substitution for a couple of players coming in. Coming in for Surrey Guildford United, Monica Christian. And we did not see the other player that came in. Might have been Musico. And Lisiane Musico. Or at least she's right there in the space and touches that soccer ball. As we mentioned before, any player that comes in, we will always mention them as they touch that soccer ball. If we get a chance to see that number, it could be on Sunnyvale, and the numbers are kind of hard to see with the stripes. And running onto it is Cone, but couldn't possess it and control it. And it's out of play now, so she gives way to Elizabeth Hicks. Throw in, and coming towards the soccer ball that time was Emily Person. And it was knocked out by Sunnyvale Top Gun 97. So a throw in again by Hicks. Hicks. Elizabeth trying to set it up. And she finds her teammate there in the space. But it was struck that time by McFarland. Pushing it toward the central. And it goes out to the wide now. But Surrey Guildford United still on the soccer ball. And trying to continue on in the attacking third. A dispossessed now. Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 in the central. However, it's won by SGU. Going up forward and running onto it there is Musico. Musico toward the central. Her pass intercepted. And here is Balliot. Issa Balliot still on the soccer ball. Strikes it and goes down in the 18-yard box. But they say it was not a foul in a box. If it would have been, she would have had a penalty shot. And Alyssa Smith, the keeper, gives way to a teammate to send it up forward. And Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 from their own defensive half, trying to continue on in the defensive half of Surrey Guildford United, and they'll be able to do that as there was a foul in the space. Or take that back, the ball was out of play. Tough to see from here. And it's a throw in. That's why I got my linesman on the far side touchline. Ing, who threw it in. Again, Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 trying to do something down the central. McFarland didn't get to it. Cone trying to get to it. Yoshi Cone can't get to it. It's pushed across midfield. As SGU continuing on, and now they're pushed back in their own defensive half. Hicks, a lot of problems there, but her teammate in support pushed it up forward. Pearson drops it off to Musico. Musico now trying to continue on. And Musico can't go any further as she was dispossessed of that soccer ball by Wendelkin. Tess Wendelkin into space. And here's a shot, but no problem that time for Carrie Wendelkin. And Carrie driving that ball off of a bounce, looking for Balliot. Issa Balliot, who's got a lot of speed. Balliot in the 18-yard box. Balliot draws it back. Balliot against two players being marked heavily. And she pushes, it's pushed out of the 18, but she goes and gets it to a teammate. And that strike was blocked that time into space. Nicely done. Getting over there was Kylie Walker. Throwing it in from the far side touchline. It went by Balliot, and she is chasing it down. She wins it. She's pretty adept at her foot, and she's been able to win that soccer ball again outside the 6-yard box. In the 18, weaving her way, Sakaki. And here's a strike, and it just goes by. Striker trying to go in that 6-yard box, and that was Angelina McFarland. And struck right at the keeper. But no problem for Smith making a save. Going down the right flank for SGU, and now back up middle of the field. Walker pushes it out wide to Christian. Monica Christian, a shot. And going up high is Carrie Wendelkin to make the save. Carrie didn't want that ball to go above her head and go in the back of the net. Here is a ball, an early ball out wide to Balliot. And Balliot is sizing up the scenario here. And a strike, and nearly got it to McFarland. McFarland nearly got to that soccer ball, and she does. That's a dangerous one for Surrey Guildford United, and nearly would have had the 1-0 lead. The strike by Yoshi Cone And it's intercepted, but Cone goes after it again. Cone strikes it with the left foot, but her pass intercepted. Was headed for McFarland, but Cone is in the space, but taken away nicely by Musico. She drops it back, gets it over to Person. Person finds Cone in the space, and it goes out of play on the near side, and it's going to be a throw-in. Throw-in as it was knocked out by Cone. Cone complaining there, but to no avail. And here is Musico on the near side. And after it is Simi Lehal. Lehal in the box. Service. And that ball is struck. And a player's down. Sunnyvale Top Gun 97. And the center ref probably going to call a foul, I would imagine, and a free kick.
What's the call, ref?
And it's central ref calling it a goal kick. So a goal kick and a ball upfield. And Surrey Guildford United now is going to throw it in. And a 0-0 match. All knotted up here in the championship one with Sunnyvale Top Gun 97. Here is Cone, and her strike is intercepted. Always dangerous in your own defensive half. But Cone gets it back. Cone into space, looking for Wendelkin. And that time it was Peyton Van Ness who ran to the soccer ball, pushed it across midfield. And I believe this time it's going to be a foul. And it's going to be a free kick. As Balliot Issa was a player on Surrey Guildford United, fouling Issa Balliot in the 18th minute. The strike by Peyton Van Est, and that ball is intercepted out of the 18 and sent upfield past the near side touchline. Coming in now is Christian Trosseth. Trosseth back into the match. Addie Feldman is going to throw it in for Sunnyvale Top Gun 97. And they have a player coming in also. A couple of players coming into the match. And we'll mention them as they touch that soccer ball. In this 0-0 match, the championship one, all knotted up for both teams, with nothing in the back of the net. And it is now going to be a corner kick. Corner kick. And taking it looks like it's going to be Tess Wendelkin. So Wendelkin is going to strike this ball. Always dangerous here in the 19th minute for Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 against SGU. The header, they can't bring it down. It goes wide of the 18. They still have a chance with a strike, and it goes past the side of the net, or off the side of the net, past the goal line. And here it is, going to be a goal kick, as we are now in the 20th minute unofficially. Center ref keeps official time. That's Trosseth intercepting it. We're trying to get to it, but it went back into her own defensive third. And now here's the strike, trying to get a header, and it goes past the goal line. Or I take that back. It was knocked by Surrey Guildford United past the goal line, and it is now going to be a corner kick. Tess Wendelkin. But better that scenario than it knocked into the goal. In this 0-0 match, Tess Wendelkin retrieving it. You'd see the big sponsor for the Las Vegas Mayor's Cup 2010 International, Telemundo. And that ball, a beautiful ball at the 6-yard, the header, and a save reaching out at the last moment is Alyssa Smith. And a yellow card on the play. And I believe that yellow card was by Peyton Van Est. Van Est, the yellow card. And she is going to get substituted for, as Van Est not very happy. Alyssa Smith, a beautiful save under a lot of duress and too much in that particular sequence. And so they get a fresh player in the match. And we'll mention her as they touch that soccer ball. Strike by the keeper. Upfield, Cone trying to win it, but Cone could not. But it's pushed right back into the field of play, and Cone was able to get to it. And now Simi Lahal a lot with the body that time, but no foul called as they play on. Surrey Guildford United. And sometimes the central ref doesn't see the play. Not to give him an excuse on that one, but it happens. And the girls soccer are in the men's soccer, the boys soccer, all the way up to the women's or the men's as far as the pros are concerned. Down to central, and a save. Nice save again, but not a lot of problems that time for Carrie Wendelkin, pushing that ball along the far side and chasing it down is Amini Sastry. Trying to get a strike along the right flank. Trying to get it to Sastry, but that didn't happen. Into central. Here's Cone. Cone now weaving her way. Cone, Yoshi. And Yoshi. And a whistle. And a player on the wide side. Down on one knee for Sunnyvale Top Gun 97. Central ref going over to the area, and leaving is going to be, I believe that's Peyton Van Est. And Van Est is coming out of the match. He had just come back in the match, and Van Est is out of the match now, and she is hobbling. Oh, take that back. It's not Van Est. It's actually Olivia Biggs. And Olivia, who remember was hurt earlier, and that makes a little bit of sense that time because didn't think Van Est came back in that soon. And Biggs, who was in the match, remember she was hurt earlier, and it's just not working. The wheels not working the way she wants them to after the initial injury, and a strike that time by Kylie Walker way over the top of the net. We are now in the 25th minute, about 5 minutes left in the match. Carrie Wendelkin with it. The visitors from Canada trying to come down over here to Nevada and win the championship. But the visitors from California trying to do the same thing. Ing protecting on the outside. Got a teammate. Try to push it out of the defensive third. And they finally have a player, and that's Wendelkin, pushing it up to Isa Balliot. And going after it, or Sastry, it went by it. Here's Cone. Cone now chasing it down. Cone, and let's see. It's going to be a foul against Yoshi Cone, and a free kick now. Free kick for Surrey Guildford United in his 0-0 match. Late in the match here, the 26th minute. They only play 30. Sent down to central. Into the box, and Carrie Wendelkin able to make the save before a striker bearing down on her was able to get to the soccer ball. Up to central. Walker dispossessed, but she had support there. And now it's Lee Hall. Lee Hall getting it over to her teammate, Trosseth, drawing it back. Getting it over now to Hicks. Hicks, good passing by SJU. Back to the Central. Getting it over to Peckinpah. And now down to Central, trying to get another strike onto it. And chasing it down is Walker, and they do the header. And that was not too bad of a header there as Carrie Wendelkin able to make the save. I believe that was Lee Hall that headed the soccer ball back behind her and nearly tried to beat Carrie Wendelkin on the near side. Trosseth still going after it, pushing Cone back deep into her defensive third, but she wins it and pushes it all the way up to midfield now. Here's Peckinpah. Peckinpah driving it back to her keeper, Alyssa Smith. And in, she pushes it upfield and comes off her line, and that's always dangerous. Has to retreat back quickly as Balliot trying to get to the soccer ball. Just couldn't that time. SGU still has it. Pass Cone. In is Central. A strike. Lee Hall. Simi Lee Hall. A runner in the box, and getting to it is Carrie Wendelkin right in front of Trosseth. Christine Trosseth trying to get to the soccer ball and put it in the back of the net, but could not. A good quality chance here in the 28th minute. Hicks to Trosseth. Trosseth outside the box, her service to Lee Hall is intercepted, but she gets it back. Trosseth now, just outside the box, toward the Central. Now here's Lee Hall, and she can't go any further. Nicely done, and a whistle, and a foul. Going against Surrey Guildford United. I take that back. That was an offsides call against Surrey Guildford United. And it's going to be a free kick. Free kick for the visitors from Sunnyvale, California. Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 down to Central off of a bounce. And into Central now, going after it is Stickley. Ball pushed out to the wide now as they've got a runner out to the wide side of the 18-yard box now. And it is knocked out of play. And it's going to be a corner kick. So corner kick in the 29th minute of the match. Moments left, and very few moments left in this match. Alyssa Smith has not seen one in the back of the net. Neither has Carrie Wendelkin. 0-0 in the 79th minute of the match, the 29th minute of the second half. This ball is an outswinger trying to get a strike. Balliot, and here's the strike, and it goes past the side of the net. And that is the end of the match in regulation. You're going to go into an overtime, or take that back. It's going to be penalty kicks. Penalty kicks. So stick with us. We'll be right back. Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 and Surrey Guildford United. All right, the dreaded penalty kicks to try to win the championship of the girls under 13 here at Betty Wilson Soccer Complex. And taking the shot is Kylie Walker, and Walker scores. So Kylie Walker is able to get one in the back of the net. And now it's going to be Rachel Ng. So Ng, we'll see what she can try to do to try and get one in the back of the net for her club. Rachel Ng puts one in about the same space, maybe a little bit higher. And so it is 1-1. Rachel Ng keeps her club tied. And now it is going to be Christian Sakaki. Or rather, Kirsten Sakaki, I should say. And what goes on the low side, and Kirsten cannot get it in the back of the net. So giving a chance to take the lead is number 3, Isa Baliot. Has been dangerous, but can she be dangerous when it really, really counts right now? Baliot, the wind. Keeper can't move until the ball is struck. Baliot putting it in the back of the net. And they now have the lead. 2-1 after 2. Simi Lee Hall and her team has to continue to put him in the back of the net and then hope that Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 misses to get the hardware, to keep their chances to get the hardware. Simi Lee Hall played a good weekend of soccer for her club, but they need her to put one in the back of the net right now. Simi Lee Hall processes a soccer ball and scores. And Simi Lee Hall now getting her team down by 1 still after 3. But again, they're at a disposition because they need Sunnyvale Top Gun 97 to miss. Here is Alyssa Patterson. Patterson deciding where she wants to go with the soccer ball. Central ref making sure everybody is away from the back of the net. And now Patterson puts it in the back of the net. Alyssa Patterson scores. And they have scored on each and every opportunity out of the 3. They still lead by 1 because Sakaki missed. The 4th try now. Again, the visitors from British Columbia have to make their shots. Can't afford to miss anymore. Lindsay Pegios. Because they're down by 1 in the penalty kicks. Pegios up over the top of the net. So Pegios missing. And they've missed twice now in 4 trips. Cone. If she hits this one into the back of the net, it will be the match. Yoshi Cone against Smith at the top of the net. and Yoshi Cone celebrates with her teammates as she scores, and they did not miss in the penalty kicks, and they win the championship in the girls under 13 as they celebrate with Carrie Wendelkin. Great match both teams played, and unfortunately for the visitors from British Columbia, Surrey, Guildford United, they come up short on penalty kicks. We hope you enjoyed all the action from the Betty Wilson Soccer Complex, and both teams going to congratulate each other, and Surrey Guildford United, the visitors from Canada, giving the visitors from Sunnyvale, California, a little something to remember that they played their northern neighbors in a great match, and they came out victorious. Sunnyvale Top Gun 97, the champions in the Adidas bracket of the Las Vegas Mayor's Cup International 2010.
Okay, now we're going to go to the girls U13 Adidas division. We have this year's runner-up, Surrey, Guildford United. I can't read the handwriting. From Canada, come on up.
I just want to say thanks to the tournament organizers. It's our first time down here. We heard a lot about it and definitely met the expectations. Thank you to the officials. And just do a quick introduction of my team and we'll get out of here. Brianna, Lindsay, Simi, Kylie, Elizabeth, Catherine, Brooke, Jordan, Emma, Lisanne, Emily, Catherine, Alyssa, Christine, Alyssa, Britt, Monica, and Kristen. Thanks a lot. We had a good time and a great competition. And congratulations to the winners.
Okay, and now for this year's girls U13 Adidas, our champions, Sunnyvale Top Guns from California.
To the organisers. This is one of the best organised tournaments we've been to. Our first time down here, we'll certainly be back. I spoke to a guy in a Vegas jacket earlier and he said, you guys played someone from Arizona, Canada, Mexico and Canada again. Did I say that there? Congratulations to the girls. We got Carrie, Issa, Peyton, Angelina, Rachel, Tess, Alana, Hannah, Jess, Harmony, Addie, Olivia, Alyssa, Yoshi and Coach Fred. Here we go?
I got pictures. Yeah! Hey, John. We need a picture.
Greg Porter back here with the Sunnyvale Alliance here at the Mayor's Cup 2010, and I'm just going to let them talk. My voice has been expanded all over the weekend, but they're just going to talk about how happy they were to win this championship today.
Hi, my name's Alyssa. I was a guest player this weekend, and I feel very fortunate to be able to play with these girls. I had a lot of fun, and I'm really excited that we won. Everyone played really well.
Say your first and last name.
I'm Yoshi Cone. This was an amazing tournament. It was so much fun to play.
My name's Isa, and this tournament was intense. It was really awesome. My name is Alana Terrett, and we usually lose on penalty kicks, and we won this time, so it was really, really cool.
My name is Angelina McFarland, and the tournament was really intense. It was yeah.
Hello folks, I'm Rachel Ling. So what I think about the tournament, it was pretty intense and wild. Thank you everyone for playing against us, and I really enjoyed it.
Hey y'all, this is Carrie Wendalkin here talking about the tournament. It was very intense because, as you know, I am the goalkeeper by my awesome shirt. And we usually lose in penalty kicks, but we won.
Hi, I'm Peyton Van Est, and I thought this tournament was going to be really hard, and we weren't going to get first place again, but we did.
The tournament was fun, and my name is Tess. I'm Jessica Terra, and this tournament was a good experience for us. We played a higher level than we usually do, and we all had a lot of fun.
I'm Olivia Biggs, and this was awesome. And yeah.
Hi, I'm Amini Sastry, and I think this was really fun, and I can't believe I'm in Las Vegas. So, yeah.
My name's Addie, and we had fun in Las Vegas. Hi, my name is Hannah Wendalkin, and I had fun, but there was too much smoking. And the refs were yeah.
Okay, girls, you get a chance now to do your team cheer. It's going to be on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Because when I arrive, I bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher, what this is. Forgot, I must now remind you, let it rock, let it rock, let it rock.
Great job, girls, and congratulations on winning the championship. And that's going to do it from the Mayor's Cup 2010. We hope everybody enjoyed themselves, and definitely this was a fabulous game. And have safe travels for both teams, the one going back to Surrey, BC, and of course, the Sunnyvale Alliance behind me. I'm Greg, GK Porter, for LandsmanProductions.com, with George on the camera, saying take care, God bless, and we'll see you next time. Save this one on the hard drive. Bye now.